Greetings, YouTube. Happy Sunday. Sunday used to be a time where the game would almost treat it like it was a religious type experience where you rested, where your wallet rested. Um, but that has largely gone away. Well, I guess I shouldn't say largely. About half the Sundays in a month have some kind of offer to take your units or your cash or both. And given that this is the first offer review that I've done since DNA 3000 and I had a little chat, we'll see if I can apply what we talked about. Class Catalyst Pack. Has your champions power leveled out? Get help with ranking up your team to push them to even higher levels with the Class Catalyst Pack. Find a special bundle tuned to your story progression now. And they at least have shown what the progression is this time. Because Kabam used to, and maybe they're just trying to save font. Maybe the longer the message in your inbox, the more server space it takes up. It sounds kind of ridiculous, but I don't know if that's true or not. 2,500 units is a ton of units. That is almost $100 worth of units. And one of, I think, DNA 3000's faults, among a lot of good points, but faults of their argument, is that part of what they took the argument based off of was this assumption that you can buy the Allfather Odin's Vault and then work backwards with the value of units. Look, I can't tell you how many people I talk to who are free to play, not by choice, but because they're struggling to pay for gas in their car. They're struggling to pay rent. They're struggling to pay for groceries. So they can't justify even $10 a month to a game because they're also cutting their Netflix subscription. So the idea that we're going to start by the assumption of $100 worth of units works if people can afford it. But my channel is not for people who can buy unlimited units or who can buy unlimited unit offers. Because if that's the case, maybe you're watching my videos because you want to agree or disagree with me or just think about something, but it doesn't apply to your purchase power because you're going to purchase it probably no matter what. But there are a lot of people out there that don't have that luxury, and that's why my channel exists. It exists to help those people say, hey, I've got $30 this week to spend on the game. Should I buy 6 daily specials or should I buy the $29.99 offer? And that, I think, if people watch me every day or even every week, is what you should come away with from my channel. Not that the math will be perfect, far from it, and I'm going to continue to try to improve on that and acknowledge my mistakes when they are off, like a couple days ago. But at the same time, the general premise of talking to people who have a limited income and limited purchasing power in a mobile game is why I'm still doing this and why I'm still, I think, here. So, 2,500 units is a lot of units. Now, 50% of a Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragment Selector is what we could buy amongst a lot of other bonus items for $29.99 just a few days ago. So you are bringing that back, but of course jacking up the price tag from $30, which $30 worth of units is what, 850 units? Let's just double check that real quick. Yes, it is. So this is far more. In fact, 850 times 3 is 2,550. This is only 50 units short of being 3 times the price tag of a couple days ago. Now, they've replaced the guaranteed value of the Tier 5 Basic and the Tier 2 Alpha that are fully formed for RNG, for Prime Ascendant Crystals, which, this is pretty ironic. I guess if I had known that this was going to be in the game, I would have waited to record the video, but excuse me. I guess I'm allergic to Prime Ascendant trash. This is really the kind of item that Kabam should push in the Catalyst Clash arena. The arena that is so outdated and forgotten, it's a joke to even bring it up unless you do what I do, which is grind for free units and free battle chips mostly. But other than that, there's no reason to put up points in it, unless you're just trying to get some points for, say, arena wins. The Prime Ascendant Crystal contains the RNG of a 60% Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragments, 20% Tier 2 Alphas, 10% Tier 5 Basic Catalyst, a 5% for Tier 3, and a 5% for Tier 6. Now, if you enjoy opening crystals, and you have unlimited units then maybe you can justify this. But can we just talk about the absurdity that is a chance to spend 10,000 units today? That Kabam is giving people an opportunity to spend the same amount of units that they could clear Lord knows how much content by purchasing revives instead. In addition to that, think about how much 10,000 units gets you if you hoard those for several months until Cyber Weekend. And yet, it's just a normalization of this purchase. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that I don't understand why Kabam does it. It's fun to open crystals, and a 50% Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragment Selector, especially for free-to-play players that don't have access to cash offers, don't see that very often. They don't have access to the daily special. But if you're asking me the million-dollar question, Prof, should I spend my units on this or save them for Cyber Weekend? I think the answer is beyond obvious, Cyber Weekend. And yes, that takes a lot of patience. It's only August. That's 3 months away from November. 3 months plus. But it's going to be worth it. And that's why my channel exists, to hopefully save you from making the wrong decision. Because in the end, a lot of you would buy this and still, other than the 50% Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragment Selector, which the exception to this is if you can become, say, Paragon, right? What if you can become Paragon if you form one more Tier 5 Class Catalyst or Thronebreaker? Well, Thronebreaker wouldn't matter because you have to be Thronebreaker to see this. So really, it's just if you would become Paragon by somehow getting 50% Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragment Selector, then I get that argument. But I also think that the elephant in the room of this final part of this video is that we are just days away from getting our Eternity of Pain rewards. And my guess is those of you who are Thronebreaker, if you did it every week, yes, you won't get the same amount of points as Paragon, but you'll get enough Tier 5 Class Catalyst Fragment Selectors for quote-unquote free in 3 days to make this offer look like a joke purchase. So that's my rant today. Agree or disagree, it's on my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.